Now, you may remember the city was boosting its funding for SEPTA this year. SEPTA is going to use some of that money now to restore these bus routes while they wait for a bigger deal on transit and Pennsylvania's budget in Harrisburg. And we did hear something today that could signal getting a deal between both sides may be more difficult.
We ask today that the budget impasse is brought to a resolution now.
In Harrisburg today, school officials from around Pennsylvania urging lawmakers to act. The impasse means money is not flowing to schools, and it's led to SEPTA cuts amid a disagreement over transit funding. Today, the Senate Appropriations Committee chair suggesting the governor move money from a transit trust fund on his own.
He also has the ability in law that he could use for 1 year, could actually go into that fund and have one-time funding to go while we continue to hammer out this deal.
Governor Shapiro today asked about that senator's claim that Shapiro and Democrats are, quote, playing politics.
I have no idea what Senator Martin's talking about. Here's the deal. We need to fund mass transit in each of our 67 counties. Both the House and the Senate have shown a desire to do that.
The governor today saying it's time for the leaders of both chambers to understand now's the time to make tough choices. I asked Senator Scott Martin today.
The fact that you are suggesting that he do this on his own, raises the question of, are you really that far apart that you can't just get the deal done?
Well, I would say this, where we're far apart is the fact that they seem to be demanding some sort of long-term solution right now. I would make an argument.
What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with it is I believe at what point, let's say we decided we were going to increase the percentage of sales tax revenue right now. It would take an act of the legislature to undo that.
Martin saying if SEPTA didn't come through on improvements, it could be difficult to undo the funding. Governor Shapiro has said he's open to a deal that includes using the Transit Trust Fund as long as it's paired with recurring revenue. But Martin today saying
the long-term solution is not going to happen. And so
not going to happen even in conjunction with using money from that fund?
No, we're going to use this funds, which matched what the governor claimed SEPTA needed for a period of a short window in exchange for them showing that they're going to do the reforms that we have talked about. And if they're not willing to commit to doing the reforms and showing it, and their attitude is just give us the money, I don't see how a deal gets done.
I reached out to the House Majority Leader's office, and a spokesperson tells me, quote, we have stated many times that compromise is necessary in divided government. We can support a blend of revenues, but we have been clear that any long-term solution must include new, recurring and reliable funding to fully fund transit in the Commonwealth. The Senate Republicans have yet to agree to a proposal that does that. We cannot support any plan that exacerbates this crisis or jeopardizes the long-term safety and security of the transit system and its ridership, end quote. And we just heard from SEPTA on those restored routes that Fred was talking about, calling this plan an innovative solution. And we have the full list of those restored bus routes on our website and on the NBC 10 app. Fred?